Ayaka is more talented. Let her go to college.
We don't have the money to send both of you to college.
Then let Ayaka go. You're the eldest son. Besides, Ayaka has a marriage proposal. She'll get married after graduating high school.
So, the contract is finalized. Looking forward to working with you.
From the time I became aware of my surroundings, my parents showered me, Hirosumi Yoneda, with excessive attention. Even before I understood the meaning, I heard countless times, "You're the eldest son." The reason was simple. This is the countryside, where old customs still linger. And I have a twin sister.
Welcome home, big brother. How was the test?
Terrible. I could only solve the math problems you taught me. My sister, Ayaka, was exceptionally talented. Even though I went to cram school, her grades were better than mine. It wasn't just academics. Ayaka excelled in art, music, and everything else at school, surpassing me. But our parents favored me, the eldest son. And with parents like that, even our grandparents were no help. No matter how much I complained, they only said, "You're the eldest son," and wouldn't listen. Eventually, it came to this. What? What did you just say? I said we don't plan to send Ayaka to college. When it was time to decide on high school paths, I clashed with my parents. Even when it came to life-altering choices, their perspective remained rigid. Ayaka is more talented. Let her go to college.
We don't have the money to send both of you to college.
Then let Ayaka go. You're the eldest son. Besides, Ayaka has a marriage proposal. She'll get married after graduating high school. What?
It's Takanori Kirishima, the son of the Kirishima family. Isn't it a great match?
Takanori Kirishima, a senior 2 years ahead of us, and the spoiled son of the company president where my father works. Back when we were in our first year of high school, he confessed to Ayaka and got rejected. So he's still after her? My father, a perpetual low-ranking employee, must think this marriage would boost his career. You don't have any objections, do you, Ayaka? What should we do? What should I do?
Big brother,
I had no words for my trembling sister. Even though our parents favored me, it was all for their selfish reasons. My words wouldn't reach them. But I couldn't just stand by and do nothing. Don't worry, I'll figure something out. My high school life quietly passed on the surface after that. I applied to a local public university chosen by my parents and barely passed the first round.
Congratulations, Hirosumi, as expected of our son.
This secures your future. Yeah, thanks, Mom and Dad. But behind the scenes, I had already made up my mind.
Big brother, you're leaving too? Are you sure about this? You got into college after all.
I never intended to go in the first place. But Ayaka, are you ready for this?
Yes, this is the only way.
We ran away from home right after graduating high school. I quickly notified the university of my decision to decline admission, so my parents wouldn't mistakenly pay the enrollment fee. Our escape funds came from my childhood savings, New Year's money, and wages from part-time jobs during high school. Watching the scenery pass through the train window, we fought against the overwhelming fear that loomed over us. The first hurdle after running away was securing a place to live in the city. But after honestly sharing our circumstances, a kind real estate agent introduced us to a rundown apartment. Ayaka, is your part-time job tough?
I'm fine. It's refreshing and even enjoyable.
We made ends meet with part-time jobs, living like that for nearly a year. This won't work. At this rate, Ayaka's potential will be wasted. We had freedom, but no surplus. Living off part-time jobs showed a limited future. Ayaka, is there any job you would like to try?
A job? Like changing my part-time job?
No, I mean a proper career. Something more substantial.
I like working in retail. Back home, I couldn't explore fashion at all. Plus, with the employee discount, I can buy cute clothes at 70% off. But I guess it would be fun to learn more about fashion.
Like becoming a fashion designer?
A fashion designer? No way! That's for people who specialize in that field.
Fashion school, huh?
Well, I mean, I do admire it. A little.
Later, I looked over some brochures I had requested.
What are you looking at, big brother?
Fashion school information. Ayaka, would you consider attending?
What? No way, I have work.
The program allows for part-time attendance, 3 days a week, and takes 2 years to complete.
But tuition must be expensive, right?
It's true that it's costly for us right now, but it's not unaffordable.
It's okay. You don't have to push yourself. I'm happy with work.
What about 5 years later? Or 10? Working part-time forever isn't realistic, is it?
I guess not, but...
I don't want to see your potential go to waste. That's why I chose freedom for us.
Okay. I'll at least look at the materials.
In the end, Ayaka agreed to attend fashion school. Meanwhile, I increased my part-time hours to cover Ayaka's reduced shifts and tuition. I knew I was pushing myself a bit, but I was determined. Do your best with your studies, Ayaka. I'll work hard too. One day, I came down with a high fever, the worst since elementary school. Though Ayaka wanted to skip school to care for me, I sent her off and stayed home alone. It's already evening. I guess I slept for a long time.
Oh, Ayaka, your brother seems to be awake now.
Huh? Who's that? A stranger's voice startled me, and when I turned toward it, there stood an angel.
Huh? Are you okay? Hello? You're Hirosumi-kun, right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, wait, who are you?
Oh, right. I'm Kimie Kuneda. I'm a friend of Ayaka's from fashion school. Right now, Ayaka's making dinner for you, so I came to check on you instead. You were sweating in your sleep, so you need to hydrate.
Kunieda-san said this as she cracked a raw egg into a prepared glass and added, "Sake?"
Here, egg sake. Drink up.
What? Where's the hydration in that? And I'm still underage!
Hey, Kuneda-chan. That's not how egg sake works. It's eggs and sake, right? Oh, and sugar too? Yeah, but you're supposed to lightly heat the sake to evaporate the alcohol. Here, hand it over. I'll make it properly. Here, big brother, take this instead. I boiled the udon soft, so try to eat a little.
Thanks. And wait, you're already back?
She's been fussing over you since this morning, so much so that I got worried and came over myself.
By the time I finished eating the udon, Kunieda-san had already started drinking the sake she brought, pouring it for herself.
Kimie-chan is a year older than us, so she's 20. It's fine.
Ayaka noticed my unease and reassured me.
She studied business management in junior college before coming to this fashion school. Isn't that amazing? What are you saying? Ayaka's the one showing off brilliance as the school's top achiever, despite starting from scratch. The design she presented for the brand project had even the instructors speechless.
Really? That's the first I've heard of it.
It's embarrassing. It was just a coincidence anyway. Coincidence my foot. You've said you want to start your own brand someday. Hey, Kimie-chan, that's still a secret, even from my brother.
So Ayaka's found a dream of her own. Sending her to that fashion school was the right decision. The thought warmed my chest. After that, Kimie-san, or rather, Kimie-chan, started visiting us frequently. In the blink of an eye, the 2 years at fashion school passed by.
Big brother, thank you so much for sending me to fashion school.
How was your graduation project exhibition? Did any companies reach out to you?
Yes, a few companies took notice. But you see, guess what? Ayaka's mine now. Kimie-chan's father's apparel company offered me a job.
Wait, your father owns a company? Kimie-san, you're a CEO's daughter? It's Kunieda Holdings, one of the major players in the industry.
She even talked about potentially starting her own brand someday, and they've taken that into account.
I see. Please take good care of my sister. And so, we left the shabby apartment we had lived in for 3 years and moved closer to Ayaka's workplace. I planned to find a new part-time job after the move, even though I had missed my old one. With Ayaka's new income, we could afford a place where we each had our own room. During this time, Ayaka thrived as a rookie fashion designer at Kunieda Holdings, quickly rising to prominence. A few years later, she became a well-known designer and fulfilled her initial goal of starting her own brand. She's amazing, Ayaka. And it's about time I figured out my own path. Thinking that, I began studying business management while continuing my part-time job and helping out at Ayaka's office. Instantly, the reference books were recommended by Kimie-san. One day, Ayaka and I were summoned to Kunieda Holdings.
So, the contract is finalized. Looking forward to working with you. Oh, come on. Being serious around Ayaka just doesn't work. I can't help but laugh. Jeez, Kimie-chan. The CEO is right here, you know.
CEO Kunieda smiled kindly. I was undoubtedly the most nervous one in the room. Honestly, I'm probably not even necessary here, am I? The contract was a business outsourcing agreement. In other words, a request to continue working together even after going independent.
Of course you are. Yeah, big brother. This doesn't start without you. You'll be involved in many things moving forward, so you need to get used to it. Ah, delicious! Beer is the best way to start.
After signing the contract, we were at an izakaya. You'll drink anything, won't you? Does your father drink too?
Huh? Dad doesn't drink. My taste in alcohol comes from my mom, I think. I can totally see that. Come to think of it, we've known each other for quite a while, but I've never heard much about your parents.
That comment made me pause. Still, there was no need to hide things from Kimie-san. So, that's why we ran away from home.
That's awful! Parents like that still exist nowadays? Yeah, that's why I'd given up on my future. Who I am today is all thanks to Big Brother. Hirosumi, that's incredible. You gave up not just your home, but even college to support your sister. Not everyone could do that.
Back then, I was just desperate. I would never set foot outside of Gunma before.
Oh? You're from Gunma? I've been there once.
Is it Kusatsu Onsen in Gunma? Gunma is a nice place, except for my parents. I don't hate it.
No, it's not for sightseeing. Our company has some affiliates there. Gunma is famous for sericulture, and there are many companies handling high-quality silk.
Ah, I see. Now that you mention it, my dad works at a textile company.
I guess all of us have some connection to clothing and fashion.
The conversation gradually branched off into random topics, and we wrapped up for the day. Starting with the contract from her old workplace, Ayaka began receiving job offers from various companies. Interviews increased, and Ayaka's brand was finally introduced on TV. At first, it was local TV, but her appearances grew, and her recorded clips eventually reached double digits. One day, as Ayaka was being featured as an up-and-coming fashion designer, the doorbell rang. Ayaka!
What's wrong? Wait, no way!
Ayaka peeked into the intercom and was stunned to see her parents there. How did they find this place? Was it because of the TV? But no address was shown.
What's going on? You two look so serious. Who's here?
Kimie, who had come over to visit, noticed her grim demeanor and asked, Our parents.
Aw, seriously? What are you going to do?
There is no point in pretending we're not home. When we answered through the intercom, as expected, they asked to be let in. We decided to face them directly. Ayaka, it's been a while. You've grown so accomplished.
You've really changed. I'm glad to see you're doing well.
Although we were prepared for them to yell, our parents strangely spoke kindly to Ayaka. How did you even find us?
We saw Ayaka on TV and hired a detective agency to track you down. What do you want?
What else? We came to see our beloved daughter, of course.
To think Ayaka became a famous fashion designer. Your mother is so proud.
So that's why.
Dad? Mom?
Ayaka looks unsure, but if they're being kind to Ayaka, then...
Compared to Ayaka, Hirosumi is a failure.
According to the detective's report, you're still just working part-time.
You didn't even attend the university you got into and are just drifting around.
We poured so much love and care into you as our eldest son, and this is how you turned out? Pathetic. So now I'm the one to look down on. I thought calmly as this played out.
Don't insult my brother! Without him, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Ayaka lost her temper, shouting in a way that wasn't like her.
My brother has always supported me, ever since we were kids. So what if he's working part-time? We had no choice but to escape from you. And soon, we're turning our private office into a limited liability company. My brother will be the vice president of that company.
Vice president? Hirosumi? That's right. When Ayaka signed the contract with her former workplace, this is what she meant when she said I was needed. I left home to ensure Ayaka wouldn't be held back. When Ayaka began pursuing her dreams, I asked myself what I wanted to do, and the answer was supporting her. That's why I studied business management, with help from Kimie, to provide that support. Oh, I see. As expected of her son. The two exchanged glances, then softened their expressions and addressed me. They used to seem like such terrifying figures, but now... they are nothing but small-minded people.
Leave already. Don't involve yourselves with us anymore.
Dad fell silent. The matter should have been settled then. However, the door creaked open in the next moment. Well, is your family meeting over? I could hear the shouting from outside.
Kirishima?
The one who entered was Takanori Kirishima, the heir to the company my dad works for.
Kirishima? Why are you here?
I'm the one who hired the detective. I wanted to see my beloved fiancé. That said, I didn't want to interrupt your long-awaited family reunion, so I waited patiently. Though it doesn't seem like a heartfelt reunion turned out as expected.
Who's this guy now?
The senior I mentioned before. The one who decided unilaterally that he was smitten with Ayaka. Unilateral? That's a harsh way to put it. I paid a proper bride price and even got her parents' approval. I would prefer if you referred to me as her official fiancé.
A bride price? I never agreed to this.
It may be just pocket change to me, but I provided a significant amount to your father. By all accounts, I am a rightful fiancé. Isn't that right? But Ayaka's feelings aren't part of this. How important could that be? Marriages between families often bypass individual preferences. That's just how it works. No, marriages require the consent of both parties. Without that, it's invalid. Don't be naive. Of course it's valid. Or would you rather create a scandal? A rising star in fashion embroiled in a marriage scandal. Sounds like something tabloids would jump on.
Please wait. If it's about the bride price, I'll return it. I can even double it if needed.
Ayaka steps forward resolutely, but Kirishima shakes his head dismissively. No need. I'm not someone who gives up on love over trivial sums. Still, you've come a long way from being an unknown girl. Now you're worthy of standing by my side.
Creepy.
With my company's high-quality silk and your brand, we could achieve even greater success.
Wait, Hiroshima's spinning? Isn't that in Gunma?
Ah, see? My company's famous.
No, it's because my company does business with yours.
Kimiya smiles slyly and bows dramatically toward Kirishima, who looks bewildered.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Kimie Kunieda, the daughter of Kunieda Holdings president.
Kirishima's face turns pale upon recognizing the name.
Ayaka is an important partner for our company and my dear friend. If you continue to push this unwanted engagement, we may have to reconsider our business relationship with your company.
You're the daughter of CEO Kunieda? No way! It's true.
And if bribing women is your company policy or family tradition, perhaps I should have a chat with Kirishima Spinning's president.
No, there must be some misunderstanding. Let's go.
Yes.
Thus, Kirishima and his lackeys, including my parents, retreated with their tails between their legs. Later, Kimiya filed an official complaint with Kirishima Spinning, resulting in Kirishima being disowned by his family. Despite all his talk about family-approved engagements, it turned out this was all his personal scheme. Additionally, my father lost his standing at work and was forced into retirement. I don't have enough money. Help me. We occasionally get letters from him asking for financial help, but Ayaka and I ignore all of them. That will never change in the future. The only time we will see him again is at our parents' funerals. Meanwhile, my own life took a big turn. From the moment I met you, I thought you were stunningly beautiful. You helped protect Ayaka from Kirishima, and your quick thinking made me admire you even more. Please go out with me.
Honestly, I thought your world revolved around your sister. If it's me, I'd be delighted.
While it took us a long time to get here, everything moved quickly after that, and we were engaged within 6 months. And today, a few months later, we are getting married. You look beautiful, Kimiya-san.
Jeez, I told you just to call me Kimie.
Right, no, I mean, yes. You're beautiful, Kimie. Kimie, escorted down the aisle by CEO Kunieda, is wearing a one-of-a-kind wedding dress designed by Ayaka. We didn't invite any relatives from the groom's side, but CEO Kunieda, fully understanding the circumstances, was supportive. Looking around, not only CEO Kunieda, but even Ayaka had a tearful expression as they celebrated with us. I vow eternal love. As I spoke those words, I felt their weight and thought to myself, a child's potential is limitless, and that's why they should never face unfair discrimination or favoritism from an early age. Because Ayaka's success and this marriage are miracles, woven from what was once disregarded potential. Here you go. A nice little gift of work for a loner like you who doesn't get any action. Not like you've got anything better to do, right?
Wait, your basket. You cook?
So what if I do? Just let me go home already. My name is Otoya Kujo. I'm 25, working in sales admin at the ad agency Bing. My academic background is somewhere between above average and below elite. My hobbies are cooking, music, and movies. Pretty indoor stuff. A classic introvert. I don't hate my job, if it weren't for him. Hey, Kujo. I was planning to head to the movies after work today. Here you go. A nice little gift of work for a loner like you who doesn't get any action. Not like you've got anything better to do, right? What? I've already finished my own tasks, and I've got plans after this, so... That's Kazuki Tsushi. Claims he was a hardcore delinquent back in school. He's my colleague and fellow entry-level employee, but acts like he owns the place. Huh? Hey, Kujo. You're not seriously thinking I'm handing off work to you for my sake, are you? No, I didn't say that. Tsuji-san grins and throws an arm around my shoulder like we're close buddies. You and me? Totally different levels of man, bro. Even if we've got the same hours, a wimp like you won't get anything productive done. Just look at my jacked body compared to your scrawny little twig. Says it all. You're never gonna be like me no matter how hard you try, so just bury yourself in work. Bosses might actually notice you, and hey, maybe you'll even accidentally get married someday. He dumped a stack of papers on my desk and laughed his way out. It's not like I said I wanted to get married or have a girlfriend or anything. Whatever. Let's just get it done.
Kujo-san, I'll help you out. It's infuriating, right? If only the section chief weren't like that.
Section Chief Hanako Sakuragi is great at her job, but totally conflict avoidant and selfishly romance obsessed. She thinks she's keeping it a secret, but everyone knows she's involved with Tsuji. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Things weren't this bad when the department head was around. But ever since he left on long-term business, she's been acting like she owns the place.
Yeah, let's just power through and finish this today. On my next day off, I went to the local supermarket. I started cooking to save money, but now it's totally become my hobby. And today, there's something else I'm looking forward to. Yuki-san, good to hear from you. I'm at the supermarket again. Pork's on sale today.
What a coincidence! I'm here too. I just started learning to cook. By the way, how was that movie yesterday?
Actually, the same coworker dumped work on me again, so I couldn't go. I'm chatting with Snow White, someone I met through social media who I really clicked with. I call her Yuki-san. She used to be a gal, so we seem like opposites, but we share similar tastes in movies and music. She works nights, so our schedules rarely align, but I often find myself turning to her for advice now.
Again? Have you tried talking to your boss?
The thing is, my section chief and the guy are kinda close. Even when we complain, no one takes us seriously.
That's ridiculous. They shouldn't be allowed to get away with that. You should speak up or go above her.
While we were chatting, I almost bumped into a woman coming from the opposite direction. Oh, sorry. Wait, huh?
No, my bad. Guess texting while walking's a bad idea.
We stop, staring at each other for a few seconds. Wait, what are you doing here?
You're...
Totally someone else, right? Anyway, I gotta go!
Hold it. You're Otoya Kujo, right? It's me, your old classmate, Suzune Shirayuki. Why are you running?
Because I do remember you. That's why I'm running. She's Suzune Shirayuki, my classmate back in high school, and a full-on delinquent. She was a lone wolf, not the bowling in a group type, but tough and defiant as hell. As a scrawny little introvert, I was terrified of her and avoided her completely.
Wait, your basket. You cook?
So what if I do? Just let me go home already.
Hey, Kujo. I've got a favor. Since you're good at cooking, can you teach me? Prices are getting rough, so I thought I'd try making stuff myself. But it's not going well.
Really? Why not ask one of your friends?
Friends? I've maybe got one? I just moved back here, so I don't really know anyone yet.
She says it like it's nothing, and she probably means it. Maybe Suzune is more like me than I thought? I start to feel a strange sense of connection, but even so, should I really say yes to this? While I'm hesitating, Suzune grabs my wrist.
That's why. You're all I've got, Kujo. I need your help. I want to make croquets.
Wait! I never said I would teach you! And croquettes? That's way too hard for beginner. We should start with something easier. Yeah, she's definitely nothing like me after all. In the end, since my place was closer, she ended up coming over and cooking at my place. How did it come to this? So our impromptu cooking class began. First up, I asked her to try making a rolled omelette, and well...
Behold, Kujo, this is my true skill.
Before me was a tragic excuse for rolled omelette, billowing black smoke. It
might look like that, but it's actually good. Bird food can be tasty, you know.
What? You're eating that?
Of course! Would be a waste to throw it away. If you chew it like 100 times, you get the faint sweetness. For a second. They say it's like tasting the other side of flavor.
That sounds suspiciously like something a comedian said once.
But honestly, I'm getting tired of eating charcoal every time. Please, Kujo, teach me how to cook something normal.
Even with Shirayuki-san pleading like that, I couldn't nod right away. Part of me was still scared of her ex-delinquent aura, but...
So it's a no, huh? Figures. I knew it was a pain to ask.
Now I feel guilty. And at this rate, she really might be eating charcoal for the rest of her life. Moved by her unexpectedly quiet tone, I gave her a small nod. Then...
Thanks, Kujo!
Shirayuki-san instantly bounced back with full energy. Wait, was that soft act just an act?
Besides croquets, I want to learn tonkatsu, karaage, and stuffed cabbage rolls too. Come on, teach me already, Kujo-sensei.
Why is it all high difficulty stuff? Start with something simpler. And so, half forced into it, I ended up teaching Shirayuki-san how to cook on a regular basis. Since she works at a bar and our schedules don't match, we would usually video call during her lunch break for support. When our days off aligned, we would cook together at either of our homes. Wait, Shirayuki-san, you like this band? They broke up like 20 years ago.
I liked the theme song from Ei no Koi. I listen to it on rainy days when I go for walks.
As I got more used to spending time with her, I started realizing we had a lot in common hobby-wise. Not just music, movies, art, in a lot of areas, we shared surprisingly similar tastes. I genuinely enjoyed my time with her. And now that she had improved her cooking, she would even give me portions of what she made. Turns out she's surprisingly thoughtful too. But lately, something's been on my mind.
I recently ran into an old classmate, and I was really happy to find out he shares a lot of my interests. And yours too. We never even talked back in the day. Life really is full of surprises, huh?
No way. Yuki-san would actually be... Hey, Kujo! Rejoice! Brought you some more work, just for you. Time to score some points again, yeah? That day, Tsuji-san tried to dump his work on me again. I thought things had finally calmed down. Tsuji-san, this is your responsibility, isn't it? The moment I said that... Tsuji-san's fist slammed onto my desk. I told you before, I'm doing this for your sake, so don't get the wrong idea. Crap. Just like Yuki-san said, I should say something clearly. Even though I knew I should stand up for myself, I still couldn't find the words. Then, our section chief walked over, acting like she would graciously step in.
Now, you two, that's enough, okay? Tsuji-kun can be a bit harsh with words, but I think he means well. He's always been doing things you don't see behind the scenes. So Kujo-kun, be supportive, okay? I'm sure this'll help you grow too.
I knew our section chief understands me best.
That's not... I always see how hard Tsuji-kun works.
Seriously, she always does this. Everyone witnessing it just sighed in disbelief. Even if we report Tsuji's behavior, instead of scolding him, the section chief always covers for him and makes things worse. He's good at sucking up to higher-ups in HR too, so outside the sales director, people take her word over ours. Anyway, I'm super busy, so leave the rest to you, Kujo. On our next day off, I heard Yuki-san was struggling to choose cooking tools, so I worked up the nerve to invite her out. We shared our outfit details to recognize each other, and I waited nervously. But the person who showed up was Shirayuki-san.
No way. This can't be real.
I thought it might be, but wow.
Well, this is a surprise, but you're still hanging out with me today, right?
After shopping, we watched a movie, then dropped by the bar where Shirayuki-san works.
Today was really fun, but I seriously never expected Snow White to be you, Kujo. When I saw you in person, I was relieved you weren't totally different from the image I had.
Same here. Finding out Snow White and Shirayuki-san were the same person honestly made me happy. But you can talk all polite and proper like that too, huh?
I'm an adult. Of course I can use honorifics. By the way, how's work been lately? That coworker of yours still being a pain?
Yeah, about that. I told Shirayuki-san about what happened recently and the current situation at work.
I see. The issue with your section chief is one thing, but having your department head gone on long-term assignment sucks too.
Yeah, if only I could speak up to my coworkers more firmly.
Nah, I think you've already shown plenty of courage, Kujo.
Huh?
The old Kujo wouldn't have even tried to speak up to coworkers, or invited Snow White off on a day off, right? For you, that's huge progress. I think you could go even further next time.
You think so? If that's true, then maybe it's thanks to you.
Then I'd say the same. I wouldn't have learned to cook without your help. Thanks, Kujo.
Then Shirayuki asked this.
Hey, by the way, what company do you work for again?
An ad agency called Being.
Seriously? That's near my place. If I get better at cooking, maybe I'll drop off some food sometime.
Really? That would be awesome. Thanks. Yo, Kujo. A few days later at work, Tsuji-san called my name again. Tsuji-san, what is it? Hey, buddy. I've got work only you can do again today. I've got other stuff you can't handle. Tsuji-san, I'm not going to help you with your work anymore. Come on now. No need for all that talk. Let's not waste each other's time, yeah? I'm counting on ya. Just like always, Tsuji-san threw his arm over my shoulder and snorted. If you've got a problem, say it straight. Whining like a baby's annoying. Sorry. I nearly apologized by habit, but bit my tongue.
The old Kujo wouldn't have even tried to speak up to coworkers, or invited Snow White out on a day off, right? For you, that's huge progress. I think you can go even further next time.
Her words, filled with heat, echoed clearly in my mind. I want to be someone she and I can both be proud of. Got it. Then let me say it clearly. Huh? I'm not going to help you with your work ever again. What? Do you even know what you're saying? Even someone like me has someone who believes I'm brave. To live up to that person's faith in me, I'm going to face you head on, with everything I've got. You, don't screw with me, acting all tough, Kujo. Kazuki growls. If he tries to turn this into a physical fight, I'm prepared to take legal action. But just then...
Kujo-san's right. Stop making excuses and do your own work. What do you mean for your sake? You're just trying to take it easy for yourself.
Yeah, everyone's supposed to take responsibility for their own work. That's basic, right? If you need help from others, then ask for it properly, like an adult. Other coworkers start complaining too, giving Kazuki cold stares. He looks around, searching for Hanako to bail him out, but she's out at a meeting. Then, look here, I don't care how much you all whine, the section chief's on my side. Don't think you've won. I remember this! Huh? Shouting that, Kazuki took off running. Did he forget about the work he brought?
What just happened?
I'm not totally sure either. Wait, was that the real him? Damn it, this is such crap. I can't believe I, of all people, got humiliated by those nobodies. I found out later that Kazuki's tough guy act was all for show. He had never been in a real fight. Back in school, he was just a lackey for the bad kids, puffing himself up only when dealing with people weaker than him. Screw this! I'm gonna grab something from the convenience store. Stomping his feet, Kazuki tried to storm outside, only to crash into someone just beyond the automatic doors. Watch it, asshole! You blind?
Huh? You're the one who should watch it.
The fury in Shirayuki-san's eyes and voice made Kazuki collapse on the spot.
I'm here to drop off food for a friend. You're in the way, move it!
I'm sorry!
Like she had no use for him anymore, Shirayuki-san walked into the building as Kazuki sat there, clutching his sore back and sniffing. Weeks later, both Kazuki and the section chief were summoned by the sales director, who had returned from long-term assignment. Do you know what this is about?
No clue. He said he wanted to talk right after coming back.
If something goes wrong, I'm counting on you. You're all I've got, Hanako.
Kazuki-kun. Oh, that makes me so happy. But I'm sure he just wants to thank us for holding down the fort, right?
Trying to escape reality, they clung to the hopeful fantasy. But...
Wow. Seems like a lot happened while I was away. Alright, why don't you two explain everything? Sakuragi Kacho? Suji-kun?
She had in front of her numerous complaints from staff. With undeniable proof like recordings, it exposed everything the two of them had been doing. Yes, weeks ago, she had reached out, and we spent our time collecting all the evidence. Kacho!
Please forgive me. I was scared of Kazuki-kun. I had no choice.
Don't pin this all on me! You acted like you understood everything I said!
Come on! A man like you should be willing to take fall for someone you love, right?
Huh? Don't flatter yourself! I only got close to you to use you for my own promotion!
That's awful! So all those sweet words were lies! Silence! While I was gone, you two treated the sales department like your personal playground and abused the staff. This kind of behavior is absolutely unacceptable. We'll be holding the HR director who turned a blind eye accountable too. Prepare for consequences.
Yes, ma'am. After dealing with Kazuki and the section chief, the director came over to me.
Sorry for everything you had to go through. You came to me right away, and I did try to warn them, but from afar this is what happened.
It's not like we employees just sat and took it. We contacted her immediately, and had her give direct instructions or reassign jobs where she could. That short period when Kazuki backed off was right after the director gave him a warning. No thank you. We really appreciate how fast you acted, even with everything on your plate. After that, the section chief and Kazuki were effectively fired for what they have done. Higher-ups like the HR director, who blindly trusted the section chief, were also formally punished for negligence. And then...
Kazuki-kun, tell me it's not true. You did not love me.
Hey, please stop! Word spreads fast in this industry. Neither of them had found new jobs. Kazuki tried to ditch his former lover once she had no more use to him, but she refused to let go. Things escalated until the police had to get involved. The former section chief was arrested. Kazuki, deeply traumatized by it all, reportedly had a breakdown and was now hospitalized. Yuki-san, can I talk to you about something? Is now okay? Ever since we started talking directly, we hadn't used social media much. I hadn't opened the chat in a while.
Yeah, I'm free. What's up?
Actually, I think I'm in love with someone.
Oh? What kind of person?
Kinda rough around the edges. Pushy. A little sloppy, maybe.
And that's what you like?
That's part of the charm. But they've got a strong sense of justice, and they're really sincere. They're awkward but cute, and when I'm with them, I feel like I can truly be myself, even though we're nothing alike. Suzune grips her phone tightly. Suddenly, the doorbell rings. She flings the door open, and there I am, holding flowers. Shirayuki-san. I mean, Suzune-san. Even though I prepared all this, seeing her face in person made me freeze. But I couldn't keep her waiting. I took a deep breath and spoke. I like you. Will you go out with me? Sparkling tears fell from Suzune's eyes like stardust. Our personalities, our paths, everything about us was completely opposite. And yet, whether online or in person, we were drawn to each other.
What even is this? I like you too, Otaya. Let's keep cooking together. And I want you to keep eating my food, okay?
You can't make people follow you with force. But if you treat them with respect and gratitude, then maybe, just maybe, you can change the future into something close to your ideal.